a disconnect there.
It's one form of sexual tension, but it's not all encompassing.
I would agree with that.
What?
It's like a form. It's to
One way to have
be
sexual
hot
tension.
and not talk to each other. It's like ooh, right? Like that's what I think sexual tension sounds like if it were a sound.
It's also a ghost.
But I feel like that's one form of sexual tension. It can appear in many other ways too.
Like
is
what?
I'm saying?
Like
Like
not
my
having the
example,
time.
like not having like time. That could be another reason. I don't know. What's another reason?
What if it's like it's like forbidden for you to be with someone? Maybe that creates a bit
Yeah.
of sexual tension.
Yeah, that's a huge one actually. That's a huge
When
one.
you can't have someone, you want them more.
Are you guys talking?
But you're talking.
Oh.
Next hot take. Age is not just a number. I'm doing the same thing. I'm like, so what is the hot take is that it's not just a number. So that basically the hot take is that age matters. You don't want like massive age gaps. Or if you see someone who's like really old or someone who's like really young, it feels uncomfortable or it's wrong or whatever.
I know the correct answer is to be like, it's just a number. It shouldn't matter because we're not the couple. But this is a hot take episode. So I'm going to say I agree with that statement. I don't know why it's a personal, maybe it's my own. I mean, I never dated someone who's like 30 years older than me, but it does make me feel a little uncomfortable when I see a large age gap.
I think it would make me feel a little bit like, oh, interesting. But I think I am of the camp of like, well, I don't know what their relationship is like. And if both of them are of age, someone way more above age.
Yeah.
But like that is, I can't have a relationship because I'm not them.
Yeah.
Like that's just how I feel. So I feel like whenever we see celebrities, wasn't there someone recently
yeah.
that we were talking about?
Aoki Simmons.
Her daughter is dating like a much older man.
Oh, she's a daughter. Kimberly Simmons' daughter's Aoki.
Kimberly Simmons. Okay, yes, Aoki
Yeah.
Simmons. And she's dating a much older man, and there are images of them like making out. I'm just kind of like, ooh, grandpa, you know, like it. There's that feeling,
Yeah.
but otherwise, I'm like, hey, if you're happy, you're happy.
Yeah.
That's how I feel.
Can I add something? I think it becomes maybe uncomfortable for me when I know the female is much younger and the male is like much older. Like, and when I say younger, it's like they're 18 or she's 21 and he's 63. And I'm just like, and I understand everyone develops differently, but I think about when I was 21, what did I really know about myself? What did I know about the world? And I knew in some, but I feel like I know more now in my mid to late 20s to like 30. So I think once you hit a certain age, it becomes for me a little bit like, oh, okay. But then when I see someone so young with someone old, you're like, ooh, or some can argue, like, for example, Dane Cook and his wife. That's another example. I think he met her when she was like 16 and then they waited till she was like 18 or something to get married. And I'm like, and then your question, like, did you actually groom her?
Right,
Or were you
right. waiting
waiting for her to be legal? Which I think I'm like, I guess that's okay, but it makes me feel uncomfortable. You're waiting, like, you knew her when she was young. You're waiting. Like, it just feels weird to me.
Yeah. I would say without addressing like a personal preference, like if you're saying age is not just a number, meaning that it is significant, I think it does make a big difference in a relationship, right? When you're of like a similar generation,
That's true.
similar exposure, and then when you have very like age does create very different experiences. So I would say, yeah, it does matter. But yes, I always to each their own unless there's like a level of safety there that's compromised.
I think if it comes to your own like children, right? Like, how would you feel about that? That's where
Yeah,
I would
yeah,
probably feel like probably not okay with it.
Yeah.
But if it's someone else's relationship, I'm like, your parents deal with it, you know?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I'm not dealing with it, and I'm okay with it.
Would you feel uncomfortable with your son dating like a much older woman?
I would be curious about why, and I would probably ask more questions than if they were closer in age, and to try and really understand the relationship and what her intentions are and all of that. And if at the end of the day it's like this is true love, then I'm like, okay, okay. I think I just have to accept it. Yeah, I guess. I don't know. Let's cross that bridge when we get there.
Well, that is today's episode where we shared some of our hot takes on pop culture, social etiquette, food, things, a whole bunch of different topics. Thank you for listening. If there's anything that caught your attention, share your reactions in the comments. Maybe we can get some conversations going. Curious what other people's hot takes are.
Also, just a general reminder, please be nice and kind in the comments. This is just our controversial take on some of these topics. But yeah, be friendly in the comments, please.
Share your comments in a respectful way and for conversation and discussion, not to be rude or to minimize anyone else's opinion, please.
Yes. How often do you wash your water bottles?
What's another one? Timothy Chalamet or Tom Holland?
Or Chris Hemsworth. I mean, that's
Oh,
the
yeah.
obvious answer for me.
And with that, we'll catch you all on the next episode.
Bye. Before we wrap up, a reminder that you can access a more premium experience of this show by becoming an ABG Bestie, where you'll get our new audio episodes ad-free, discounts and early access to merch, special shout-outs at the end of our shows, and we're bringing back Dear ABG, our monthly personal AMA sessions.
You all are the reason why we make the show and are able to keep it going. If you want to support us more and connect with us further, you can check out the description notes for how to sign up.
Hope you will join us and become an ABG bestie. Chat with you on the inside.
ticking.
That was a game over moment, man, but here I am.
remain. Seconds remaining. The mission is complete. Good work.